What's the worst thing your school has ever done to you as a child? The worst thing that happened to me wasn't intentionally cruel. At least I don't think it was. It was just dumb and made me feel terrible. I was little, third grade, I think. I'm biracial, black French Creole dad, white mom, and my parents bought a ranch in a small valley in the country in Southern California that was primarily white in terms of population. I was the closest thing to a black person in the whole school, and the school was kindergarten to 8th grade. Anyway, the kids were nice to me. I wasn't bullied, no racism. I was fine. And to be clear, I was pretty fair-skinned with somewhat European features. I assimilated quite well. But it was also very clear I wasn't white. And one time, it was around Martin Luther King Day, and we had a teacher, maybe it was a substitute because I don't even remember which teacher, but they were discussing slavery and segregation with the class, and talking about how poorly black people were treated a long time ago, and it was 10 minutes till recess, and that teacher said, in honor of what had happened, all black students would get an extra 10 minutes of recess. And everyone turned and looked at me. And I sunk down in my seat. And the kids were all happy for me, and started encouraging me to go outside, so I went outside. It was freezing cold out, and there were no other kids outside, and I just stood there awkwardly by a bin with red bouncing balls. For 10 minutes. And even though everyone meant well, I felt so excluded and different and alone and embarrassed. Over my years at that school, I was constantly pointed out that I was different. That I was lucky I had a tan, or that my long spiral curls were pretty, etc., and almost all of it I think came from a good place, but it made me feel like I couldn't just exist, that my race was forefront and always going to be a thing, that it defined me,